Did you know, before the marketing campaign kicked off for The Dark Knight Rises, fans had a completely different vision for what the film would have been like? During late 2008 to mid-2009, there were many rumors circulating online stating that not only was the Riddler the villain of the movie, but Johnny Depp would play the character as well. These rumors at the time led to a large influx of fan posters and videos, which many believed were real. Of course, the final film would be nothing like these initial rumors. However, the question becomes, how and why did these rumors become so prevalent to begin with? Our story begins days before The Dark Knight's release, where at a black carpet event at NYC, the cast members gave their thoughts on who they wanted the villain to be in the sequel, like Catwoman, Harley Quinn, the Penguin, and the Riddler. The actors weren't the only ones expressing excitement about who the next villain could be. The Dark Knight was only in theaters for a couple of weeks or months at this point, but fans already were speculating on both the villain and the plot of the sequel. Some fans wanted the Joker and Harvey Dent to return, and maybe Harley Quinn would make her way into the story as well. Additional rumors began to emerge around late 2008 to early 2009 about the villains in the movie and their castings, such as Paul Giamatti and Philip Seymour Hoffman being eyed to play the Penguin, and actresses like Rachel Weisz and Megan Fox being approached to play the role of Catwoman.
And in more surprise Batman casting, Rachel Weisz might be slinking onto the screen as Catwoman.
Gosh, I mean, I never heard of her.
While these casting rumors were interesting, none of them ever picked up steam. However, there was one character in a series of castings that would take the internet by storm. You see, the most popular villain for Nolan's next movie was the Riddler. Many felt that he worked perfectly within Nolan's world, and he had the potential for a really interesting grounded reinvention. There were many fan casts and rumors for who could possibly play the Riddler in the movie. Rumors swirled about Eddie Murphy potentially playing the character, whose casting rumor became so prevalent online that even Conan O'Brien asked him about it on air.
Casting for the next Batman movie is getting interesting. It looks like Eddie Murphy might be playing the Riddler, and that's no joke. Fingers crossed his comedy is back in top form.
I'm really bad with all that stuff.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Eddie. You're still a funny guy, though it will be tough to out-joke the Joker, the role that got Heath Ledger an Oscar.
Actors like Guy Pearce weren't exactly rumored, but did express interest in portraying the character. If you were around the internet during this time, you already know who the most popular fan cast and rumored actor was. None other than Johnny Depp. It's unclear when the Johnny Depp casting rumors began circulating, but some of the earliest rumors emerged in late July to August 2008 from sites like FlyLYF, who reported that producers wanted Johnny Depp to play the character. Of course, this was just a rumor, with little to no evidence to prove its validity. Fans would ask Depp about it in early September 2008, but the actor would deny this rumor. Still, it seems this rumor would persist for a while. By September 8th, at the Toronto Film Festival, MTV would interview actor Michael Caine and ask him if there was any validity to the rumors. Surprisingly, Michael Caine wouldn't debunk these rumors and would outright confirm them. According to Caine, he spoke to one of the producers at WB, who told him they were looking at Johnny Depp to play the Riddler. So this would basically count as official confirmation that the rumors were indeed true. If you believe he misspoke, he would once again reiterate to Collider that Riddler would be the villain in the movie in April of 2009, and this would then create one of the most exciting hype eras I've seen for a film. Upon the rumors and confirmation about Riddler being in the movie, fans got to work creating both posters and videos expressing their excitement for the film. Fan posters were by far the most numerous at the time. Many of these posters were fan edits of certain actors wearing the Riddler costume, such as David Tennant and Casey Affleck. However, as you may know, Johnny Depp was by far the most popular rumored actor at the time, so you can see that a vast majority of fan posters utilized Johnny Depp as the Riddler. A lot of fan posters took advantage of Riddler's motif in order to create posters that gave a sense of crypticness, implying that most wanted Batman 3 to either utilize mystery elements or be a mystery thriller in general. The fan trailers and fan videos in general were more limited in what they could show. A lot of these videos were simply just compilations of fan art and fan posters utilizing famous music at the time. Some videos were more elaborate with unique visuals and edits. These videos are the best way to know just how popular speculation for Batman 3 was at the time, as some videos have amassed hundreds of thousands to even 1 million views. Now, the most interesting element of these early fan posters and videos is that they hinted at exactly what people believed the story would be in Batman 3. Remember, The Dark Knight ends with Batman taking the fall for Harvey Dent's murders, now being hunted by the police, while Gordon now has to keep that secret. Now, the logical conclusion is that Batman 3 would explore and expand upon this ending into a full narrative. As a result, you'll notice that many fan posters emphasize the idea of the police hunting Batman in some way through wanted posters and shooting ranges. However, what's interesting about this supposed plot is how many utilized Riddler in the story. Many viewed Riddler in the film as a character who would be one of the many hunting Batman. Thanks to his analytical skill, he's much better at tracking the hero than most. Perhaps he's a private detective, a lawyer, an ex-cop, or just some random person trying to prove his intelligence. But some fans imagined him as a character exposing the lie Jim Gordon created as well.
Correctly with the correct amount of serious emergency on our hands.
We must take action.
We don't want your help. Is that clear? We don't want your help.
I love this video by user Mr. Ramirez702, who imagines Riddler as a man hired by an independent party to track Batman down and uncover his identity.
This is still a man. He has problems, he has faults, he makes mistakes, he can be found.
Framing the character as more of a wannabe heroic figure than someone who's a villain. However, there's clearly a twisted side to him, as he's doing this against the approval of the police.
My name? I'm Edward. I'm the hero of the story.
Despite how cool Riddler would have been in a film like this, some fans were against the villain appearing, as some stated that he would be way too similar to characters like Heath Ledger's Joker, who was also this dark, twisted, and cunning antagonist. The funny thing is about all these rumors is that they absolutely had no kind of validity or truth to them. In fact, David Goyer himself would state in October that the news was made up. Most of the belief behind the Riddler casting came from Michael Caine, as remember, he'd state on 2 occasions that not only was Riddler the villain of the movie twice, but that Johnny Depp was playing him. Well, this statement would later be clarified. According to Michael Caine, he saw the rumor that Johnny Depp was playing Riddler in a Toronto newspaper, and he unfortunately believed that since it was in a newspaper, it meant it was officially announced. So when an interviewer asked him about it, he was kinda pressured at that moment to confirm the news despite not knowing if it was true. So there you have it. According to Michael Caine, this was all a big misunderstanding, is what I wanted to say. According to David S. Goyer, on 2 separate occasions during the premiere of The Dark Knight, the head of WB at the time would approach him and state that him and Nolan definitely had to use the Riddler as the villain of the third movie. They also wanted Leonardo DiCaprio to play the role, as a talented big-name actor playing another cunning villain would be the greatest way to match and surpass Heath Ledger's performance. This proves that at the time, heads at WB wanted Riddler as the villain of the third movie and sought a big-name actor to portray the role, which happened to come down to Johnny Depp. That's also why reports stated that producers wanted Depp for Riddler, and why Michael Caine told a story about how producers told him they wanted Depp for Riddler. Of course, this is simply what the producers wanted, not Nolan himself, so it makes sense why Nolan would go for a completely different villain in the movie.